Hey, what's up, y'all? What's up, y'all? What's up, y'all? It's the first episode of Hoop Addicts Anonymous. I am your host, Will, aka 33 Problems on X. If you follow me, if you don't, follow me now. Hey, check it out. So we got the first episode here. We're gonna get right to it. I'm gonna let you know right now, this podcast is strictly about the love of the game. We talking basketball, we talking women's basketball, we talking men's basketball. When college come up, we talking college basketball. But right now, since it's WNBA season and the NBA is over, we're going to get right into it. Hello, the WNBA is here. It's here to stay. It's driving the ratings. As a matter of fact, it's holding it down for everybody right now. If you a fan of sports in general and you've been watching sports, basketball specifically in the last couple of months, then you can attest that the basketball on the men's side has been nowhere near the basketball on the women's side. And I love it. You know why I love it? Because for all the ones that were talking all that shit about how women can't hoop, the game is boring, the game is trash, a lot of y'all have no choice but to watch it now. And I love it. So, with that being said, we're going to jump right into it. Like I said, my name is Will. I'm your host. This is Hoop Addicts Anonymous. This is just a podcast for people who love hoops. That's it. You can't get enough of it. We just here to talk shit about basketball, talk about our favorite players, talk about the state of the game, talk about what we seeing, talking about how the media is covering the game. We're going to get into all of it. Everything you could think of basketball related, we getting into it. We're going to cover stuff that probably people don't want to cover. We're going to talk about the things that's probably uncomfortable for people. But the reason being and the reason why is because we need that voice. We need our people, us, talking about the game that we love, specifically the WNBA. A lot of people that are new to the WNBA right now, and I'm going to just jump into it. A lot of people that are new and watching the WNBA right now don't know anything about the history of the WNBA. You don't understand the politics with the WNBA. You don't understand how it's ran. And then a lot of you are coming here with your NBA background and you're trying to basically fit a square into a circle, and it's not working because you don't understand how it works on this side. The WNBA from day one has always been a more aggressive league. The WNBA has always been a league with the Black woman at the forefront. The WNBA has always had crowds, has always had support, has always had the love. You know what was missing? Y'all. The ones that say y'all love the game, the ones that say y'all love watching, the ones that say they love hoop, y'all weren't watching. Y'all weren't supporting. Y'all weren't giving these athletes their flowers like they should have been getting. And for years, they were being treated like, the stepchild that nobody wants. But there was a beautiful product being played. If you go back and look throughout the years, you can name 10 players right now at the top of your head that were great, great WNBA players that did not get the love, did not get the flowers, did not get the recognition that they deserve because nobody wanted to take the product serious. And the reason why I'm going there first is because, as you all know, the biggest thing right now is Caitlin Clark and her being in the WNBA and what she brings to the WNBA, the eyes that she's bringing, the attention, et cetera, et cetera. I love it. You know what I mean? As somebody that is a fan of the league and wants to see the league get to where it should be already, I love that the attention is there. I love that the eyes are there. I love that people are tuning in that have never watched before. However, this is where my problem is. If you're a fan of Caitlin Clark, be a fan of Caitlin Clark. Not stopping you, not hating, not trying to diminish it. Here's where the line gets drawn. You could be a fan of Caitlin Clark and also not be educated on the game that you love or the game that she's entering into, and that's fine too. And it's okay to not be educated on it, but to get up, especially like a lot of these media heads. I watch a lot of sports media. I listen to a lot of sports radio pretty much all day long. And the amount of talking heads that have got up and talked about Caitlin Clark as she's the only reason the WNBA has people coming in attendance. She's the only reason that people are watching the game. She's the only reason the game has grown. They're all lies. They're all lies. I can think of Candace Parker. I could think of Lisa Leslie. I could think of Maya Moore, Renee Montgomery. Like there are so many, Cappie Pondexter, Skylar Diggins. There are so many names that if you talk about them, you put the names out there, The growth was there. The attendance was there. But you know what wasn't there? The support, the love, the recognition. I watch shows like First Take. I watch shows like Undisputed. I listen to iHeartRadio, and I listen to Fox Sports, and I listen to all these different stations, and I listen to these people talk. And not once, unless it was something serious happening, where it was a negative on the league, or a negative on the women that are there, or something just not on the good side of publicity for the WNBA, then we're talking about it. Then we're trying to shed light. Then we're trying to give the opinion. But when they're doing great, when they're breaking records, when they're giving back, when they're standing against prejudices in their league, when they're standing up for equality, we're crickets. When these women are going out there and putting on shows and doing the same thing that the men are doing, just on their level, it's crickets. But now that Caitlin Clark is here, oh, she's the best thing since sliced bread with butter on it, and it's not okay. It's not okay. I understand the media's job is to pump up somebody that's the star. I get that. But there's two stars. And if you think about this draft class, there's a whole plethora of stars that you could be talking about, not just Caitlin. But since we're talking about Caitlin, I want to bring it to your attention. I'm pretty sure you've heard of her. Her name is Angel Reese. She's also somebody that's grown the game. And the crazy part is, Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark will probably forever be tied because of the national championship game and Angel Reese waving in her hand and doing the ring me. They probably are forever going to be cemented as rivals, right? That's fine. The problem again is what I have is the media have come in and they've taken Caitlin and they've put her in this little bubble, added some extra bubble wrap on it, slapped a fragile tag on it, and said, "Don't touch, don't breathe, don't look. This is the golden goose." Meanwhile, they're missing the opportunity to put up and put on a front page one of the other great rookies that's having an amazing rookie season right now. Angel Reese right now is averaging 13.5 points, 11.1 rebounds, 2 assists, and 1.6 steals as a rookie. Oh, and by the way, she just recorded her ninth double-double in a row against the Aces. She's almost on pace now to break the Candace Parker, as in the GOAT Candace Parker's double-double record as a rookie. But do you hear that? Have you heard anybody talk about it? Have you heard the media mention it? Have you heard anybody shine any light on her that was positive in the last 2 months according to her game? Not on the court theatrics, not off the court theatrics, not things that she has said, not Caitlin has said. Anything that Angel has done on the court, has she got any recognition from it? Outside of the people that really do root for her and love for her? No. And it's intentional. The media wants to make sure that they have somebody be the villain and somebody be the good guy. And Caitlin right now is the good guy. And it sucks. It really does suck as somebody that's a fan, because I like Caitlin's game. I think she can, really impact the league. However, I don't like the media's representation of her. I don't like how they put her on this pedestal and tear down everybody else. It really bothers me, and it really irritates my soul when I hear men get up, and I'm a man myself, but hearing men get up on these stations and say, "Oh, nobody cared about the game." Yeah, you didn't care about the game, but the game was still good. The product was still good. The basketball being played on the court was still good. Don't act like you can't say, like, and I think this is where I get my frustration from. As somebody that really, really watches NBA basketball a lot, WNBA basketball a lot, I've seen so many NBA games that was not only bad product, it was terrible play on the floor, blowouts, people missing layups, can't make a jump shot. But then you watch the WNBA game and a guy watches one person miss a layup and now it's all their trash. How? The double standard has to stop. The double standard in the media, it has to stop. We have to stop tearing down one person to build up the other. Why can't we celebrate and support both? Like I said, Angel Reese is averaging 13 points, 11 rebounds, 2 assists. Caitlin Clark is averaging 16, 5, and 6. They're both rookies. Mind you, if you think about it, neither one of them have had a break. Neither one. Since the start of last season, college season, going into the March Madness, to the draft, to preseason, to the season, neither one has had a break. Neither one has had a chance to breathe and sit back and even look at their accomplishments. But yet they're still coming out. They're trying to get better. They're trying to improve their team. They're trying to impact the league. And they're doing it. But only one gets talked about. So that's why on Hoop Addicts Anonymous, we're just going to try to shed as much light on as many people as we can, as many topics as we can, as many things that we see going on that we can, because it matters. Whether one person listens to this podcast or 1,000 people listen to this podcast, we going to speak up. We going to call it out. The media, you're wrong. Caitlin, you're fine. Even though I would like you to speak up a little bit more and advocate for the ones that you're working with, your coworkers, your peers. I would like that as somebody that's watching from the outside looking in. I would like you to step up and advocate a little bit more. But that's you. That's your choice. I get it. You may not want the attention. I understand. You may not want the extra questions and animosity. I get it. However, at some point, you do got to speak up. You have an obligation, not just to your teammates, to your coach, but to the league. Because as of right now, they're carrying you as the face of the league. Even though there's other players that we could put and nominate as face of the league, right now they decided you are. You're the best thing going right now. You're the biggest thing going right now. So out of respect for the league, out of respect for the hard work and tears and blood and things that the other, women have went through for the league to be where it is today, you owe it to them to speak up. You owe it to them to speak up against the prejudices. You owe them to speak up against the racism, the sexism. You owe it to your team. You owe it to the league. And that's why I really love, even like as a rookie, Angel Reese has stood up and made it very clear. This is what I stand on. This is what I believe. This is what I'm about. And this is not what I'm going for. And you know what? As somebody that is watching, again, on the outside looking in, I have nothing but the utmost respect for her, because she's making it be known, yeah, I may be a rookie, but this is not okay, or that's not okay, or we need to fix this, or hey, it was my fault. You know what I mean? I did this, I did that. I got to be better for my team. I love somebody that's coming in, hitting the ground running, and making it very known that not only am I trying to uplift this league and promote it and support it, but I'm also going to honor the ones before me. I'm also going to support the ones that paved the way for me. And so I really hope over time that somebody's able to get with Caitlin and kind of let her know that eventually, the support and the advocacy has to be there. But like I said, she's a rookie, she's learning. This might be all new for her. So we're going to give her grace. However, stepping up would be very nice. But yeah, going back to what I was saying, just talking about the media, I just really wish the media would give the WNBA a chance. I really do. It's a beautiful product. A lot of these women, they work really, really hard to become the best athletes that they can. And a lot of them don't get the recognition until they're well retired or, not playing anymore, or they have to be overseas or whatever. And then it's the recognition and respect that they deserve. And sometimes it's too late. And I just really wish the media would do a better job of highlighting these women in a positive light. I've seen so many things since the start of the season up until now, and a lot of it is just negative. It's so negative. It's so negative. It's so draining. It's so demoralizing. And a lot of it also is demeaning, just as hoopers. Because if I was a woman and I played in the WNBA and I really was out here hooping my ass off, but every time I turn the TV on, all I see is one player being talked about. All I see is one player is being attacked and everybody hates her and we're jealous of her. That would hurt my feelings and it would piss me off. Because what are you watching? Y'all not even watching the games. Can we talk about the great players that are out there going out there and starting off the season on fire? Kalia Cooper, 6 30-point games to start off the season. Nobody's talking about her. We're talking about a hip check foul. Asia Wilson is leading the league in points and rebounds after coming off a finals MVP. Is she getting talked about? No. Asia Wilson just got announced that she was going to have her shoe dropped. Do you think anybody announced that and talked about that on their show? No. And that's why we're saying, like, you guys want to grow the product, but you're not helping. We have so many people who have the power and the influence in these higher parts of the media, and they're choosing to ignore this very beautiful product right in front of them to uplift just one part of the product. Like, we don't want the whole product. We just want one part because that part looks good and that's what sells right now. And it's not fair to the rest of the league. Yes, like I said before, Caitlin is amazing. She's an amazing player. Must watch TV, all of that. I understand that. I get that. However, Kalia Cooper must watch TV. Asia Wilson must watch TV. Jewel Lloyd must watch TV. Brianna Stewart must watch TV. I can keep going. Ryan Howard must watch TV. There are other players out there that we could be watching right now. There are so many other talented teams that we can be keeping an eye on. The Minnesota Link right now is probably my dark horse to win the WNBA championship right now. And I only say dark horse because I feel like once the Aces get their groove going with Chelsea Gray being back, it ain't going to be much to talk about. But I got Minnesota as my dark horse right now. Minnesota has been balling, wins the Commissioner Cup. Fee gets the MVP. ESPN, crickets. Fox Sports 1, crickets. And it's frustrating. And that's why Hoop Addicts Anonymous is here. We're going to talk about it. We're going to get into it. Like I said, we're going to talk WNBA. We're going to talk NBA. So just be prepared. And I just want to say now in advance, I thank everybody that's liking, sharing, subscribing, tuning in, listening, whether you listen in for 2 minutes or you listen to the whole pod. I just want to say I appreciate you. I love you. Thank you for the support. Be on the lookout. More episodes coming soon. This is Hoop Addicts Anonymous. I'm your boy, Will. Peace.